I understand Kyrie Irving's a ticket, but you cannot let the numbers be forgotten. They are 3-1 without him.
Yep.
Do the Nets trade Kyrie Irving?
Welcome back to another episode of I Got Next. But this time, we're just vibing with Jerry and Juju this time. So,
Tomer's running scared out here.
Very, very busy schedule for my boy Tomer.
Yeah. So many storylines to follow with the Clippers that, is it not one man can just cover them all. So much.
Load management.
For example, load management, almost losing to the Rockets. He has a lot of cleaning up to do, man. So I understand it. If he's going missing, he's running scared because Jabari Smith nearly took down his precious Clippers.
Sorry, Mr. Homer, but Tomer is like the definition of a homer, man. But
dude, he is. I didn't realize how much of a homer he was, even as a Clippers writer, until I saw his fantasy football team, and it was all California people. I was like, "What the hell is this?"
Straight up charges rate all the way through.
Low key though, Ivica Zubac has been like a revelation for my fantasy team. He's a locked-in starter
for sure. I think he's definitely stepped up his game a lot to kind of be that I got your back type of back line. Because honestly, I'm kind of surprised that he's this type of shot blocker. Like I did not see that coming.
He sneakily tiptoed his way into becoming like Jonas Valanciunas, Steven Adams, like peak Steven Adams, like enforcer status right now. I'm like, yo,
the only
he's
thing that
killing it.
Yeah, the only thing he lacks other than outside of JB is just a jump shot. Like from outside and stuff like that. But in terms of like being that cruising classic center, he fits that mold. He fits the mold for sure.
Okay, so let's get into some topics. Tomer, wish you were here, man. I have a couple of like really, really good ones. Let's start with some actual real shit. So the Utah Jazz are somehow, some way keeping themselves in like at the top of the NBA without either of their all-stars from years
past. First team
past.
to 10 wins.
Exactly. So with both Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert gone, if the Utah Jazz make it like, to the All-Star break with this kind of record, who is their obligatory All-Star?
I think I got to go with the obvious one. Like, Lauri Markkanen has been balling.
Okay.
Honestly, last year in Cleveland, he didn't look bad in the trees, right? Like that whole big ball that they had going on in Cleveland with running a lineup with Mobley, Markkanen, and Allen. It looked crazy, but they were stifling teams defensively. And Lauri still averaged like around 14 points a game in that lineup, along with Darius Garland and Karis LeVert in and out with injury and stuff like that. But now he's definitely the number one option for that Utah squad. Over Mike Conley and all that. Like, he's their go-to scorer. He just dropped 32 not too long ago. He's the guy. Got to be Lauri Markkanen.
I think the only one that I would give pushback on is Jordan Clarkson. I think Jordan Clarkson could low-key be like the fan vote just because not as many people know Lauri Markkanen's name. Like they should, and it's very he's one of the most underrated players in the league. I think that Cleveland was sort of wilding to let him walk. But
they kind of had to though.
Jordan Clarkson, they had to, and I listen. I understand. I get it. It just hurts my heart. That triple towers thing that they had going on, dude. But in any case, Jordan Clarkson averaging 18 and 5 on like really good efficiency too. Dude's a legit playmaker for the Jazz. Now, in episode 1, I think I picked Colin Sexton as my comeback player of the year because I saw him being like the leader of this team. Jordan Clarkson is that leader in the backfield now, I think, over him and Mike. So, just because there's so many like quality big men out west, I think Jordan Clarkson's going to be my my pick if someone like falls off.
I'm not mad at that because Jordan Clarkson used to be an LA guy.
Right.
I run deep with those guys, but we could probably see Laurie making a push though, because if we
Well,
actually think about somebody that way,
and listen,
like I get it.
no, like
Go ahead.
they're number one in the West as of the time of this recording. They could earn their way into getting 2 All-Stars. Like
I wouldn't go that far, but one for sure, one guaranteed one. And I think the safe option
yeah,
is
one.
Laurie.
All right, that's fair. That's fair. I think Jordan Clarkson is a sexier name for people, so he's going to be the one that people want to pick. But I understand the Laurie pick. He's obviously the obvious one for those in the know.
Yeah.
Now, to that though, all of the NBA teams. Give me 2 seconds. All of the NBA teams that are sitting at the top of their respective conferences have been performing incredibly thus far. The Hawks have improved since I shat on Trae Young. I mean, the Jazz are sitting pretty at the top of the West. You have the Blazers like literally nipping at their heels. The Raptors are back from the dead. Like, it's kind of wild to see what's going on. That being said, one of these teams is going to fall off from each conference. Like, you have to imagine who's falling off from the East for you, Jerry, out of the top 8 seeds currently in there.
Can you rattle off some of the top 5? Because I don't have
Sure.
right now.
So I think I'm gonna personally try to stay away from like the Bulls, Knicks, Wizards because they're sitting below 500 and they're gonna be around there I think for the rest of the season. But the top 5 we have the Raptors, Hawks, Celtics, Cavs, and Bucks.
Oh, that's actually a stiff list. I mean, but I have to go with. Oh, I kind of do have to go with the obvious one. I love how Toronto's built, but if I had to pick like out of those 5, it would be them. But they just have like long, rangy defenders and guys that can knock down shots, and a key playmaker in Fred VanVleet. Like that point guard being the head of the snake is huge. Gary Trent's a big time player for him, averaging damn near 20 points a game this season. Scotty Barnes, we know it's a ultimate two-way player type of thing, and then Pascal Siakam is the glue guy, the superstar, the one.
Don't forget OG. He's averaging 17 and like probably one of the best defenders in the NBA. You know,
the whole team works so well. I love how like their team looks.
Top to bottom, that starting lineup is just as scary as any in the league. Genuinely, in my opinion. Dude, Pascal is performing like 6th man of the year. Pascal, like most improved player of the year. Pascal. So they're scary to me. My pick to fall off is what can I say to you to make you lose your trust in the Hawks? I'm not buying stock in them, dude.
I don't even know if I really am, but I think I'm only trusting them to some degree because Trae Young has he's been there. He's been kind of deep in the playoffs for such a young player.
We've had the Trae Young debate. I get it. I know.
I think I did kind of gloss over the fact that you didn't mention their name. Not gonna lie to you. I think that is the obvious one. Honestly, because it's a tough Eastern Conference, right? We're looking at, even though Philly and Miami and Chicago are struggling right now out the gates, we all don't anticipate they'll continue to stay down in the murky water right now.
No, the Nets are showing signs of life. There's a lot of dangerous shit going on right below the 8th seed.
So I'm guessing your pick is the Hawks, though.
Sure. Obviously the Hawks. Yeah. Toronto has players with proven track records, right? More proven. Honestly, I love Trae Young's magical playoff run, but I just don't trust him, man. Season long.
I am going to change my answer because, again, I did gloss right over the Hawks. I forgot that you even mentioned them. It's my name, my mind skipped them. So I'll agree with you. And it's not because I don't trust Trae Young. It's because I don't know about the supporting cast. And when I say that, I don't mean DeJounte Murray. Because DeJounte Murray
No. DeJounte Murray is unimpeachable.
Yeah, he's big time. We all knew this playing in a smaller market in San Antonio.
Right.
But I do have my doubts about John Collins. I do have my doubts about Clint Capella not having an offensive bag. great defender, great rebounder. I get that, but sometimes I need my guy to give me a bucket down in the low post. Like the supporting cast. And honestly, the key for me would be DeAndre Hunter. Is he going to step up this season? Is he going to look like a prime time, like two-way player? Not even saying he has to play on an all-star type of level. Can you be an all-star in your role, though? I need you to be a 3-and-D guy. And I don't know if he could be that.
I think you're asking too much of DeAndre Hunter.
I am.
You really are. And I don't think Trae Young and DeJounte Murray are good enough to pick up that slack. To piss Nicky off, I would have said the Cavs, but no, I'll go with the Hawks.
You can't even put that blasphemy in here this time.
I can't. Like, I don't trust him either, but Donovan Mitchell has been proving me wrong for the first part of the season. I'll admit when I'm wrong. All right, out west, you have the Jazz sitting at the top, the Suns, Blazers at the 3 seed. You have the Nuggets, Grizzlies, Mavs, Clippers, and Pelicans rounding out the 8 playoff teams if they started today. Who falls off?
I know we just spent the first segment gassing them up, but I think it's Utah.
It has to be.
I give everybody in that organization their props because we all thought they were going to be dog water. Yeah. We all thought they were going to suck. But give props to Will Hardy, first-year head coach, doing his thing out of Boston. He actually kept the culture going, maximized the guys' talent. I give him his props. But can you be consistent for 70 more games, for 60-plus more games? Can you actually hang big with the big dogs all season long with Lauri Markkanen being your best player? Again, that could be the most improved guy, the most improved player of the year.
Easily.
Damn well could be.
Easily.
14 to 3 points. He's a number one option on a currently, if the playoffs started today, on a playoff team, right? Mm-hmm. So, I give the Jazz their props, but I don't know if it's built to last.
So, in your opinion, what sets the Jazz? So in your opinion, the other obvious answer would be the Blazers, right? I don't think that they keep to a 3 seed. I think they're like a 6, 7, 8 at best. What sets the Jazz and Blazers apart? What makes you trust the Blazers over the Jazz? Is it just Dame?
It's Dame, and I think I trust Anthony Simons. I think I trust Shaedon Sharpe, who I just seen play yesterday.
I love Shaedon Sharpe, man.
Yes.
Big for Shaedon Sharpe.
Obviously, Dame and Nurk have the playoff experience. They've been somewhat deep. Obviously, they ran into a buzzsaw in the Warriors. Right. We get that.
Right.
But I think as a unit, the team is the team of veterans. There's not a ton of young players on there. Yes, Shaedon and Anthony are the young guys, but Jeremy Grant's been doing this for a while. Josh Hart's been doing this for a while. Nurkic has been doing it for a while. I like how their team is built. Granted, you couldn't really do much. It's Portland, so in terms of attracting free agents, that's not going to happen. But they did the best they could with what they got. And I think that's more sustainable than a team mostly built of young players in Utah. Yes, they have Conley, they have Rudy Gay. Jordan Clarkson's a veteran at this point, but some of their better players in their youth are young. Jared Vanderbilt's going to be a key piece, good defender, a rebounder for him. Loria, as we mentioned already. Ochai Abaji's they have a whole Colin Sexton has missed too much time for me to really be considered a vet. Okay. They have interesting young talent, but I think Portland, what they're doing would be more sustainable, even though they will slide to that 5 to 8 range. Mm-hmm. I think they'll stay impacting somewhere in that area.
Okay. That's fair. I think that they're really, really dead even. Because I think at this point, Damian Lillard has started to show cracks of being run to the ground year after year after year after year. But I do love Anthony Simons as well. It's tough for me to say. I'll for the sake of trust in Damian Lillard, since I just came to bat for him a little while back, I'm gonna stick with Portland to keep continuing, and I'll take Utah off. But that Celtics culture means a lot, dude.
It does.
Bringing that over, that hard-nosedness, never say die attitude, Like that's the ultimate example of like culture keeping strong. All right, good for you, man.
I would say though,
Way to stick strong to your
I'm
convictions this time.
now I'm only really biased for Dame and the Blazers because I just watched them pull up into
Right.
Charlotte and just dismantle
Just
everybody. So it's like,
detonate. And that's the
yeah,
thing. They weren't doing that last season. They were not doing
no.
that last season. They were playing down to teams. They were like running ragged a little bit. Like they are out for a vengeance. Now,
Yeah,
on the flip side, we have a couple of pretty disappointing performances from each conference. Um, Heat, Nets, Sixers, all sitting under 500 as of the time of this recording, early season. Which of those teams is most likely to challenge the Bucks, Cavs, Celtics for top 3 seed? Like which of the bottom feeder East teams right now?
I think in the East, I'm gonna go with the obvious one that I've been pulling for the Nets to be relevant for a little bit now. Kyrie's been missing, and they played 4 games and they won 3 of them, at least at the time of this recording. With
Mm-hmm.
Kyrie, they only won 2 games out of 8. Looks like hiring Jacques Vaughn is figuring it out. Like, I don't know. Like, you still have Kevin Durant. You still have, obviously, Seth Curry will be back. Patty Mills will be like, those
Dude,
guys are going to come back.
you have Utah Watanabe, Jerry.
Yeah,
Utah Watanabe.
he's been playing really well.
I
Like,
came
he
to
really
find
had.
out.
I'm hype. I'm hyped for Yuta because his name got thrusted into the spotlight when he got demolished by Anthony Edwards.
Right,
But it's
right,
like,
right,
I
right.
respect people. I respect guys that contest. You
Dude,
tried.
right. Never say die. Never say die.
Exactly. So like
Um,
I think if I had to pick out of the bottom feeders, it's Kevin Durant. Like, I'm going Brooklyn.
um, I'll go. I'm going for the sake of argument. I'm going to come to bat for the 76ers. Listen, I have anti 76er hatred in my heart. I really do.
The fans.
The fans love me. But even with James Harden out, Joel Embiid is such an overwhelming force. To almost a current day Kevin Durant level of a guaranteed bucket every time that he steps on his own side of the floor. Right. And on top of that, I worry about the drama in the Nets locker room. I really do. And I do think that could sink them. And post All-Star break just fall apart.
Let me ask you this though, because there has been reports coming out that James Harden and Joel Embiid, their body language has just been off. Like, at least Joel towards James. So you're not worried about that becoming a problem, like, down the stretch of the season?
Not necessarily, because I feel like with James Harden sitting out, now Joel Embiid gets a chance to take a shine. Like, I think that the James Harden injury might actually let things breathe a little bit. It might conversely be a blessing. You know what I mean?
I got you.
So I don't hate that. However, I did call this a year ago when that trade went down that this was going to fall the fuck apart, and I'm still calling it. I do think that Brooklyn is the better of the two as a bet to win the chip out of the East between them and the Sixers, but I do think that the Sixers have more regular season drive than the Nets with all their drama and nonsense.
Okay.
So I think
Yeah,
that they're the more likely. Now out west, we have we have two. We'll say 3 teams that we were expecting to do more than they are. We have the Timberwolves, Warriors, and your Lakers, Jerry. Which one of those 3 teams is most likely to rebound? I think we're going to go for the obvious answer, right?
Yeah, definitely the Lake. No, okay. Nah, it's definitely. We all know it's Golden State. Like, we
It's
don't even
Golden State.
need to waste.
It's Golden
We don't
State.
need to waste.
Although outside of Steph, everyone else has been kind of shitting the bed.
They have.
Like literally, like Clay. I'm putting out an APB for Clay, Dre, Jordan Poole, every fucking buddy except for Stephen Wardell Curry.
Everybody not named Steph needs to figure out who the fuck they are.
Right. I was like, yo, Championship hangover is real, guys. What the fuck are you doing? But they're a veteran team. They'll figure it out. I think they're playing rope a dope right now.
For sure.
At the same time, though, that's really frustrating. I'm sorry about your Lakers, man. 2-9. Let's hope the Pelicans get Wemby.
No, I don't want to hope that. Let's just keep rolling, man. We don't even need to take time on the Lakers.
All right, okay. We'll spend more time on my Nets because shit has gone down. We've won 3 out of 4 without Kyrie Irving, the best scoring point guard in the NBA. This is the shit that I've been talking about. In that talent doesn't fucking matter if you're an asshole and no one likes you. Say what you want about how Josiah is treating him after that awful nonsense that he's been putting out there. Oh, yeah. Say it's too harsh. Say whatever you want about like Josiah treating him too unfairly. I understand Kyrie Irving's a ticket, but you cannot let the numbers be forgotten. They are 3-1 without him. Yep. Do the Nets trade Kyrie Irving?
I stood on my soapbox for Kyrie numerous amounts of times. Hell, like I even like with all these comments coming out, I brought up this situation to some friends and family. Had this been a Jewish person or anybody coming at the black community, the black community would have lost their shit. Right?
Yep.
And now we're supposed to sweep up what he's saying under the rug. Like, yeah, I disagree with that. Call me a Stephen A. or call me a Shaq. Call me like whatever you want. Like, I've seen a lot of different comments coming after some of these commentators that have said Kyrie was wrong what he did because he was.
Yep.
I'll stand on the same box, but to be honest, yeah, I think you trade him. Like,
yep.
Yes, I love his talent. I love what he brings to the table in terms of play on the court. But if they are playing better, yes, I understand it's a very small serving size. It's been 4 games. But if you're playing better without him, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? Like, even if they tried to bring him back to see, like, okay, now we got Jacques Vaughn. Like, Jacques Vaughn is well below 500 for his career record as a coach. Yeah. So, like, if you didn't listen to the new head coach, Steve Nash, who just walked onto the scene, that you ignored apparently 10 times per game when you're trying to figure out play calls, what makes you think you're going to listen to a guy that is under 500? Now, granted, it's not all Jacques' fault. He took over the Orlando Magic at one point. Like, a lot of the losses stacked up there. I know that. But I think you kind of have to get rid of the cancer in this degree, and that cancer is Kyrie Irving.
Listen, the behavior, you trade him. The behavior is undeniable at this point. I understand that like his talent follows him wherever he goes. So do the fucking rumors. Like you can't deny that anymore. I don't know why people were still denying it up until this point. There's a reason why, like when I was approached by my friends with, "Do you want Kyrie Irving?" I never fucking wanted him. Because his talent doesn't matter because he destroys every morale, every locker room that he touches. Say what he wants about like what happened in Cleveland. He was young. Everything that happened in Boston, like all of those chemistry issues, were solved immediately as soon as he was gone. As soon as he enters Brooklyn, he forces Kenny Atkinson to start DeAndre Jordan. Like, this is a pattern of behavior that I hope that everyone is starting to see now that makes him not worth it. To that point, you're starting a team. All NBA players are like thrown into a hat, and you need a point guard. Okay, he comes with a talent, comes with attitude, comes with everything. You're going to be taking them for a 5-year contract. Okay, Jerry. From this point on, you're starting an NBA team. Kyrie Irving or Dame?
I'm taking Dame.
Okay. Now, I'm on the record, like on this podcast, it has been told to me Kyrie Irving is the best scoring point guard in the NBA, right? Like that's been on the record stated.
Were those our words verbatim?
Yes.
I wonder.
Kyrie Irving, Kyrie Irving, or Trey Young.
Do we know anything about them? Like, are we just drafting them fresh, or like what we
No,
know
what you know
now?
now?
Like,
What you know now? You've heard everything. The NBA restarts. You're taking them for 5 years.
damn. I guess I'm too stuck up, like, or I'm fixated on just the locker room cancer that he is now. Like, that's my perception.
Exactly.
Trey Young hasn't done anything in the locker room to negatively affect
He
his
hasn't done
teammates.
like. Listen, I have my opinion on Trey Young, but he led a dog water Hawks team to the Eastern Conference Finals. Um, you can't deny that. There's nothing for that. Kyrie Irving on his own has done jack shit for any team that he has led. On his own. I don't care about the talent. I don't care about how he looks on court. Motherfucker, Jamal Crawford is a game legend, but he didn't do shit to help teams win.
Okay. Yeah, no, I mean,
Am I
you're on the
wrong?
money. No, you're not. You're on the
Exactly.
money. It's like, again, I've stood on my box for Kyrie for as long as I could. Like
Oh, I'm taking Dame and
it
Trey
comes.
too.
Yeah, I know. You're asking me the questions, and I assume that you're gonna go, pro whatever other guys available. So I get that.
Well, you never know.
Wait,
Kyrie Irving or Darius Garland? Do you really
DG
believe
showed
in the
me that he
Cavs,
can
Jerry?
play. I do. I do believe in the cat.
All right.
I do. I'm taking
So
DG. I'm sorry.
I'm taking Darius Garland too. Kyrie Irving or Drew Holiday? We're gonna find your fucking line, Jerry. We're gonna find it.
We're not there yet.
All right.
We're still not there.
We're gonna keep it running. We're not on my line either. Kyrie Irving or LaMelo Ball?
Come on, man. I'm in Charlotte.
Say it with your chest, Jerry.
I'm taking LaMelo Ball right
There
now.
you
I'm
go.
sorry.
Let's go.
I just.
All right.
I'm just
Again,
disappointed.
again. We're not talking about talent. We're not talking about numbers. We are
Yeah.
talking about a point guard right now that you would want to help your team win basketball games. Kyrie Irving, Kyrie Irving, or Fred Van Vliet. I'm gonna find that line, Jerry. I think you have to. I think you have to. 5 year contract.
That's what's getting me. Like, I have to be. Like, did he change at all? Like, when he came back? Like, I'm really hung up. Like, damn, is there any change? Like, because obviously, from a talent standpoint, we can say that Kyrie's better than all the guys that you just named.
Right.
Like, arguably, other than like Dame to me, I think Dame and Kyrie like on the same like type of plane, talent wise and stuff. Uh, Kyrie or Van Vliet, next 5 years. Van Vliet don't bring any problems to the locker room.
Okay. Fred Van Vliet, right?
You're hurting me, man. You should be in the chest.
All right. Ready for this one? I think I'm going to save him for later. Kyrie Irving. No, I'll put him now. Kyrie Irving for the next 5 years, or Marcus Smart.
Fuck it, I'm done playing this game. Give me Kyrie, man. I'm done playing the game.
Okay, I found your line.
Yeah.
5 years, next 5 years, okay? Kyrie Irving or Tyrese Halliburton?
I love Tyrese though. I think the only reason that I cracked on Marcus Smart because like I'm thinking about all these guys being my building block, like the first player I got.
Listen, I get it. I understand. You don't have to explain
I
to me.
think. Hey, you're just hurting me. I feel like I gotta gush out a little bit. Like you keep stabbing me in my damn chest.
I understand, dog.
I'm taking Tyrese though.
Okay, all right. I'm taking Tyrese too. I also think Marcus Smart. That's close to my line because defense is very underrated. I think. Kyrie Irving or Cade Cunningham.
You see, I was one of those guys. I was a big Cade guy coming out. I'm taking Cade next 5 years.
All right. Okay. I'm going to piss you off with a couple more. Kyrie Irving for the next 5 years to build your team with, or Jalen Brunson?
Jalen Brunson? What?
All right.
No, man. Kyrie Irving, bro.
All right. Okay.
Kyrie.
Okay.
No.
Kyrie Irving. One more. Or Josh Giddey?
Yeah, you really did just like you made these like yes.
I wanted to make you mad. I wanted a couple on the other side of the Marcus Smart diagonal, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Like
Marcus Smart was like your plateau right there.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Like, look, for the record, just so everybody listening and doing this knows, Kyrie is better than pretty much all these guys.
As a basketball player, yes, absolutely.
The talent. He's magnificent.
But as
we walk through the turnstiles to watch Kyrie Irving play basketball. But for the next 5 years, who do I want in my locker room? Pretty much everybody else.
Okay. To that though, historically, give me one player comp for Kyrie Irving. Personality, talent, everything. I have mine locked in.
Kevin Durant. No. They're both super talented. Oh shit, dude.
Like, that's why they're friends.
Fuck opposites attract. What they're saying. Let's go play on the team together.
Right. That's wild.
Was that yours?
No, mine is George Gervin.
Huh.
An incredibly talented scorer with an iconic bag, but couldn't win jack shit on his own.
I think both of them are like if we go like in the past, I think George Gervin is spot on. But since social media is a thing, and we all know that KD and Kyrie love Twitter, they love IG, they love to voice their opinions about trivial shit.
They do.
That doesn't need to even be addressed. And hey, use your platform. There are normal people just like us.
Yeah.
So I get it. Like they have every right to be on social media. But when you know your platform is that large, maybe you should be a little more selective of what you're saying and putting out. If you don't give a shit, cool. But I can assume that Kyrie gives a shit because now he's missing out on money and he can't hoop until he does that laundry list of chores to basically apologize to the Jewish community.
Dude, I have a feeling that he's going to retire, man. He's done.
I doubt it.
He's you know the term quiet quitting? You ever heard of that?
No.
That's like instead of quitting, that's a term where you're at your job and you do the bare effing minimum to get your money. Kyrie Irving has been quiet quitting for upwards of 1.5 to 2 years now.
It's probably more.
Yeah, probably more.
But
he dropped 60 on Orlando. I don't give a shit.
It's coming to Brooklyn. This is like the chapter of his career that I think we could all do without.
No,
at least in Boston.
No, I can do with it because this has proven me right about Kyrie Irving since the beginning. For me, that never had a soapbox for him because he's a crazy human being. Here's the thing. I think one of the apt comparisons for Kyrie now is Kanye, right? At least Kanye had 808s and Dropout and My Twisted Dark Fantasy. Kyrie Irving had one shot in the finals and some stats. That's it. That's it. That's it. And not to be extreme, but Steve Kerr isn't a fucking all-time legend because of that one shot in the finals. Little Stevie Kerr spot. I'm not. I said it was extreme, and I know that I'm bullying the man. But even the crazy legends have their own solo bangers. When AI went crazy, he had that 0-1 finals run. What the fuck does Kyrie Irving have? Nothing. Compared to that. You think Kyrie
I
Irving
mean,
could? You think Kyrie Irving could have taken that Sixers team to win one game against that Lakers squad? No,
I wouldn't put it past him though.
nah, nah. I put it way.
If
I put it way the fuck past him.
we're talking like one game against like look, it's suicide.
Against the Kobe Shaq Lakers.
I think AI and Kyrie are on the same plane in terms of talent.
No,
He maybe could have.
No. Talent, yes. Heart, no. Kyrie Irving cannot lead a team. Kyrie Irving would have not made that weak ass Eastern Conference playoffs leading his own team.
Okay, I mean, I'm not entirely out on that one. Like, I think it would be possible. I don't think I could rule it out as easily as you did. I think I'd have to actually sit down and break down the numbers and look at the other teams. But AI in terms of heart, for sure, like well over what Kyrie has in his chest, for sure.
Kyrie Irving's mentality is softer than AD's lower body.
Why we got to bring the Lakers back? Move on. I'm done. Just let's keep going. Come on, man. Like I told you, I'm not doing this.
He's softer than what Zion looked like during that one chip commercial.
Let's not bring up Zion and food.
It's okay. He's softer than the Tempur-Pedic mattress that's in my room.
Why are you still going?
Tempur-Pedic.
Oh my goodness.
Sponsor us. Anyway, all right, let's get into some fun, non-depressing stuff, right, Jerry? Let's have some fun, okay?
Please.
Let's have some fun. So, 29 city jerseys have been announced. I want to start a draft. Top 5. Start with you, Jerry, since I've been bullying you all day.
You ain't been bullying shit, boy. But to be real, I haven't seen them all yet.
Dude, pull them up. I'll message them to you.
Yeah.
I'll message them to you.
Do that.
All right, so Jerry, I've been bullying you all damn day. So let's. I'll let you go. We'll have some fun. 29 NBA City Edition jerseys have been announced by Nike. They have been dropped. They are ready to go. We are going to do a draft of the top 5 that each one of us has. Okay. I swear to God, you can't be stealing mine. You go first, Jerry.
Some of these shits are fire. I'm not even gonna flex.
Some of them are like absolute heat.
I'm a sucker for black and gold sometimes. I think I'm gonna go Toronto's number 1. I like Toronto's a lot.
Dog, you're an idiot. You OVO trash. Hey, Jerry has a heart tattooed on his forehead.
And so what if I do? I made my scout for Drake. Now I'm playing.
Yeah. You're a dummy. Right next to them, the Spurs jerseys is fire.
It is classic. But I like darker tones, to be honest. But the Spurs is a fire one. I like the Spurs.
Listen, Jerry, for a Filipino, I'm pretty dark too, and I don't know if that's like an excuse necessarily.
Let's not dive into this anymore. All right, okay. Number two. Ooh. I'm not gonna flex. I like Milwaukee's. Milwaukee's gonna be my number 2. I like the blue.
What was it? I was talking with Dante a little bit ago, and he hates Milwaukee.
Really?
He hates Milwaukee, dog. Yeah.
Damn. I kind of like it.
I know that it's kind of a retro. Well, no, I don't want you to steal this one from. You're not gonna steal this one from me. You're dumb. I'm taking Houston's pinstripes at number 2.
That was gonna be my next one. I shit you. Fuck you. I'm just like zoomed in on this Minnesota one. I'm like, ew. This just gives me Denver vibes.
Dude,
okay.
Minnesota used Arial Bold for their font.
We just took a walk into Microsoft just now.
He did. They did. Look.
I don't like it. What am I even looking at? It just
Neither do I.
Let me not.
Ew.
Is that? Can I zoom in on this? I wish this was on my phone.
Yeah, you can zoom in on it.
You know, I'm getting real like Black History vibes from Atlantis. So I'm gonna go with them for what is this,
Atlantis
my
is
third?
fire. Atlantis is fire.
Atlantis is fire.
Let me think. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna go with the best Mavs jersey that I've ever seen. I think
It is nice
they hit
because
it
Dallas usually keeps it pretty bland, like for
very
their jersey.
bland, and then they had that one random ass graffiti here, which made no fucking sense. This
It
thing
looked
is like
like
it looks retro. It looks oh man, it looks
it's smooth.
70s. Yeah, smooth as hell.
It, I like it.
Yeah,
I like it. That was nice.
yeah.
Is this my fourth or my fifth pick?
This is your fourth.
Fourth. Yeah, okay. You know what? Yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna take the Pelicans. I like the Pelicans too.
I was hoping
The
one of
purple.
us was going to take the Pelicans so we could talk about it.
Yeah, no, it looks fire. Like the purple base and then
Right,
the green and the yellow stripe.
right,
Obviously, like Mardi Gras type of feel.
right.
I like theirs a lot. Like I really, again, I can't get off of what's beside it though. That Minnesota shit looks terrible.
Dude,
It looks so bad.
Minnesota looks so bad, dude. What is with this modern art piece shit that they have on the front? That looks like
I don't know.
dude. I think like I wore that during my LA Fitness like league days.
Some
Like,
random YMCA
yeah,
jersey.
you know? um, let me think. Oh, you know what? I didn't see this detailing at first. Um, I'm from DC. Like that's where my that's where I went to high school.
That
Um,
was gonna be.
Cherry blossoms, baby.
It just the only reason I kind of hesitated at first though, because it gives me like Miami Vice vibes. You know, when
It
they had
does.
that whole trend going.
It does. It does. And they didn't do them as well as the Nats jerseys and the hats that they put out. Dude, you want some good like cherry blossom like DC alts? Go to the Nats. They did a good job. But yeah, no, I think I'll take the pink Wizards jerseys. Those are dope.
Those are fire. Um, last one. Now it's like kind of getting stiff pickings here.
LA's right there.
I don't really like it. It kind of looks like how we just said a practice jersey. That's kind of giving me practice jersey vibes right there too.
It is.
Like those random jerseys that fans like make or they get made online and it says
Yeah.
like their last name on the back.
Dog, I swear to God, it looks like this one fake Kobe jersey that I bought in the Philippines when I was 12. It was like it said Lakers and it was like blue and gray. I was like, what is that? Royal blue and gray.
It's
Like in this yeah.
you can do without that. Yeah, both of the LA teams, like even the Clippers ones, I'm not super crazy about.
Clippers looks like
Uh,
it's they ripped out some spinning rims to make that. It's weird.
so it's like an off-brand All-Star jersey or something.
Yeah, it makes no sense. I don't like it.
I think I'm actually gonna go underrated here. I kind of like the. Oh damn! Honestly, I don't know. I'm torn on two. I
Okay.
like Boston's because Boston's is simple. Like again,
Honestly,
simple is more.
this whole like Celtics like kind of scripty sort of thing is the first Celtics alternate that I've ever liked.
To be honest, yes, because the
Yeah.
other ones in the past I wasn't a huge fan of.
Trash. The
I
the
like,
O'Hallahans? No.
no, I like the Celtics one, and I actually do kind of like the Pacers. But what throws me off about it is this navy blue and black don't really go
Yeah, it's
that
weird.
well
It's
together.
weird. Yeah, I know what you mean.
I like
That
the
also looks
little
like
the gold.
it looks kind of like G League ish. I'll be very honest. Like practice jersey also.
That's what's kind of be pulling me away from it.
Yeah.
So
The Fort Wayne
I'm gonna
Pacer.
go the Mad Ants.
That's right. The Bad Ants.
Yeah, nah. I'm gonna definitely go with Boston's. Like honorable
Okay.
mention to Charlotte though. Charlotte's is an honorable mention just because
Hey Jerry, why is it orange? Do you know why?
I thought it was more of a gold. It looked like more of a gold to me.
Dude, that might be my color blindness speaking low key. I'm
If,
slightly
if it's
colorblind.
gold,
I'm slightly red green
don't
colorblind.
tell me. Yeah, it's definitely like a gold, and they're called the Queen City. So
Thank you, Jerry. Thank you for helping me. Jesus.
For sure, man. No
All
doubt.
right, last one. I want to give an honorable mention to the Nets jerseys because I really love the Basquiat shorts. Those white shorts with like the crown, fire.
Yes. The
But
shorts, yes, but the jersey looks like
this jersey
chicken.
looks, dude. This jersey looks unfinished.
Yeah,
It
definitely chicken scratch.
looks like some placeholder shit. I'm gonna go underrated as well. I'm gonna go with Cleveland's. Right in between Chicago and Dallas is where it is.
Cleveland's is it's clean. It's
Yeah.
clean. It kind of gives me the vibe like those championship jerseys. Like when people win
Yes.
titles, they put the
Yes.
little. That's
Yes.
kind of the vibe I'm getting, like they won
See,
something.
I feel like this is what Dallas is going for when they had that weird gold jersey a few years back. You
Yeah,
remember that? Yeah, yeah. This is what they were going for, but like the 3D lettering, chef's kiss.
it's
All
smooth.
right,
I kind of like that. I like
all
it.
right.
It's cool.
I like that. Okay, moving on. What's the dumbest one for you? Which one will you
The
never
dumb-
be caught in?
Never be caught in. Hold on.
I know mine.
Honestly, I kind of feel like it's Golden. It's Golden State.
Why does Golden State have word art on their fucking jersey?
like, there's something about it that just looks fake to me. Like,
It's a PowerPoint
too-
slide.
it, like I literally feel like I'm looking at like a transition on Microsoft.
Right. You know those memes of like old '80s photos where it's like one guy like kind of being like this, and then like it's the same guy but like a shadow version of him, like semi-transparent, like looming over. It's like that's
That's
what
the
that
vibe.
shit is. That's what that is. What the fuck am I looking at?
I don't like it. Like, I think they did a fine job with jerseys in the past, especially since they became relevant when they started winning titles. Like the town jersey that they had with the tree. Like,
Iconic.
yeah, I was cool with that, but they smoking now.
What did Chicago do different with theirs? Speaking of which,
I'm gonna be honest, it looks the same to me.
that's just a
Like,
Chicago jersey.
With black trim. It got black trim on the sides, it looks like.
I am not paying $110 for black trim on the sides.
I'm not paying $10 for black trim on the sides.
Low key though, I have an awful feeling that this Golden State Warriors jersey is going to be like the Kanye clogs of jerseys. Like everyone hates them, and then everyone's going to be wearing them. You know what I mean?
Every goal, man. Yeah, nah.
Right.
Everybody loves rock.
This is going to be like that one year, the one like metal gray Mavs jersey from like 2004, like right before Steve Nash got traded. Like those, like the trash can lids, the R2D2s. Yeah.
The
The R2D2s. And then everyone wants them now. I have a feeling like 20 years down the line, I'm going to see that shit again. And I'm going to be like, you kids don't remember how dog shit these jerseys were.
like the interesting part about all of this though, like how you mentioned the Nets have clean bottoms, but the jerseys like trash up top.
Pause.
Like you don't like clean bottoms? I love clean bottoms. No, like honestly, I'm just thinking like, how are these shorts gonna look? Because that ties it in. Like,
dog,
I have like
Jerry,
what the fuck is going on?
I'll find you a picture of the shorts right now. Don't stop recording.
Okay, the shorts are fire. I can get with the shorts.
Right, the shorts.
I can get
and like with if the piping for the Nets was like bigger, I think it would have been better. Right now,
it's just that they got this chicken scratch 5-year-old handwriting for the design. Like, no.
Right.
Definitely a pretty smooth episode. I think we ran through everything very efficiently. Without our dear beloved LA Homer.
We miss you, Tomer.
Tomer, man, we miss you, man. But I think everything.
Clippers suck.
So do the Lakers.
So do the Lakers.
Anyway, we're getting out of here, man. Thanks for tuning in again. Make sure you guys follow Clutch Points everything. We cover every sport, Twitter, Facebook, even IG, all those good stuff. And again, make sure you follow Julian, Jerry, and also Tomer. on
And if
all
you're an
socials.
archery fan, we also cover that too when I take shots at Jerry and Tomer.
Yeah, but too bad he's a poor shot. He's a poor shot. But thanks for listening, guys. Yeah, Jerry D and Juju out. You can make that face all you want. I know what I'm talking about.
Yo, cut out that last 5 seconds. I didn't like that, what I said.